everybody, you're watching the Christiana 321.
I am the Christiana.
No, I'm the Christiana.
No, I'm the Christiana. We swap bodies.
Right. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 10, and we watched The Family Switch, so you don't have to. What'd you think?
It was good. Typical cheesy, like a Hallmark movie. Predictable. I liked it.
Yeah, so it is a Netflix body switch movie starring Jennifer Gardner. No.
Matthew Perry.
Nope. Ed Helms.
Zac Efron.
The roommate from Wednesday.
Lindsay Lohan.
Edna? I don't know, I used to know her name. No Lindsay Lohan.
And Jamie Lynn Spears.
Also, not in there. Jamie Lee Curtis is
Jamie Lee Curtis, yeah, that.
But also she was not in this movie. There were a lot of cameos from a lot of different people, including Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel.
One of the little kids from one of the Disney TV shows. I think maybe Jesse. I don't know. He looked vaguely familiar.
Uncle Jesse?
No. The little kid from the Disney show.
The cat was trying to drink vodka.
She was just curious. And then almost spilled the vodka cranberry.
She already had a few too many.
Just from sniffing it. So basically, it is a family body switch movie, including the baby and the dog. And then they all learn about each other, and everybody loves each other, and everybody has a hard life, but the thing that they have in common is that they're family.
The thing that they have in common is they're all really good at singing.
Yeah. So we were discussing this a little bit during the movie, but have you noticed in a lot of body switch movies, there's some kind of musical number? Not all of them. But the other thing that was really weird is each member of the family, except for the baby and the dog, this was a very big week for them. They all had a presentation, a soccer game.
I mean, we didn't really see much of the baby and the dog. Maybe they also had a really big week.
That's true. It's true. I liked the neighbor.
I found it really weird that prior to them switching bodies, they didn't have any child care arrangements for the baby.
That's true.
Because they both work full time. Seems like the same hours. Who's watching it? Is the dog watching the baby during the day?
I mean, that's what they did in Peter Pan.
Maybe that's why they had to switch bodies, because the dog watches the baby and they didn't get along.
Well, maybe when they realized that the dog was in the baby's body, they wanted to not just bring him to daycare, because daycare would maybe call some government services if the baby started drinking out of the dog bowl or something.
I feel like giving a baby to someone who has never been around a baby is also something that would get social services involved.
Not necessarily. Everybody's got to have a first time. And they seem to trust the neighbor, even though the neighbor seemed to really dislike them.
I don't know. I touched my first baby like a few months ago. And if someone...
That's a weird way of phrasing that.
I've never been around babies. And if someone just gave me a baby and said...
I held my first baby.
Okay.
Earlier this year.
And if someone just gave me a baby and said, here, you're going to be alone with this child and you're going to watch it and we expect you not to let it die, I would be very concerned and probably call social services on them. They trusted me with a baby?
Yeah, but this guy, I mean, he seemed to have his stuff together. It was weird that they didn't ask him. So they had the neighbor come over to watch the baby and the dog, and then after the neighbor was already there and they were gonna leave for work and school and everything, that's when they asked. So have you ever watched a baby before? That seems like one of the questions you asked earlier than that.
About halfway through the night, I would notice there's a chicken sitting in the high chair and the baby's in the oven with an apple in its mouth. That's what would happen if I was alone.
Yeah, no, I got that. But also I have a lot of questions about how you prepare a chicken.
Put an apple in its mouth. That's how you're supposed to make any type of meat if you want the meat to still look like the animal when it comes out of the oven.
Right. Normally you like defeather it.
What, a featherless chicken can't have an apple in its mouth?
Okay.
That's racist.
Right. So the chicken that's in the baby's high chair or wherever you said is going to be featherless, or did you defeather the baby?
I would buy the chicken featherless. Do you buy your chickens with feathers? What kind of grocery
so
store are you going to?
it's a dead chicken.
Yeah.
When you buy it, it's already dead.
Yes.
Okay, I was picturing a live chicken in the high chair.
Ooh, that would be even better.
It'd be hilarious. I'd watch that movie. Not with a baby in the oven, just a person who doesn't know how to take care of chickens, attempting to learn how to take care of a chicken.
Your Zoom thing on there is right over my face and it's really tripping me out.
I know. Why are you sitting behind the Zoom button?
Is that better?
I don't know. You're the one that's getting
How
tripped
about
out.
this?
They don't know what this looks like.
There's like right here, right there, there's a zoom function thing on the screen.
So normally in these I go into a lot more detail, but I was told that this year if I want these types of videos to do well, they should be shorter than the ones that I did last year, but the ones I did last year were still like 30 or 40 minutes and we're only 6 minutes in. So I feel like we should say more, but not too much more. No spoilers.
Did you find it weird that it snowed in Los Angeles?
Last year, are any of you guys from the LA area? I could have sworn last year there was snow very close to LA because everybody was freaking out about it. But the person who I thought posted about it, I couldn't find a post from them. So it would have had to be hidden somehow. Oh, we're Googling it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Apparently, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Las Vegas, Tucson, and New Orleans have all seen measurable snow within the last century.
Wow, what about the last year? I don't know if it would have been.
Apparently 1989.
What's this saying? Oh.
This is a very interesting video. They're enjoying this.
So anyway.
So who would you rather have incest with? A parent or a sibling, but both at the same time? Because that happened.
Since I'm not going to edit this video, we don't use that word. And we just say, who would you rather kiss? Your sibling in your parent's body? Wait.
Yeah, it was a sibling in the body of the parent.
Or your spouse in the body of your child.
I thought the two kids who are actually the parents were going to start making out at the high school party.
Yeah, so the bodies of the two kids were at a high school party with the parents' brains in them, and they were having a very, like, if they were a normal couple, cute bonding moment and dancing and stuff, and there was like some chemistry going on because the souls of the bodies were in love because they're married and everything, but it was weird because it was the bodies of the siblings.
Yeah.
So which one would you rather be? Oh, and then at one point the adult bodies had to kiss, but they had the souls of the children that were siblings of each other.
I feel like if I had to choose one, I'd rather be the parents in the kids' bodies, because the kids in the parents' bodies, not only do you know that you have the image of kissing your parent, but you also know that your sibling is going to remember you making out with them. And at least half of it's still correct when it's the parents, because they're married and that's allowed.
Yeah, but you're doing it in front of all of your kids' friends.
Well, that's their problem, not mine.
It seems like well, that might be difficult for them. And as their parent, you would theoretically love them and want the best for them, and not have everybody have rumors about them being in love with their sibling.
Also, the daughter-mom play. We need like a diagram here to point to who we're talking about. She played in a soccer game, and
the mom and the daughter's body played in the soccer game.
Committed a very blatant penalty and didn't get carded for it. So I'm curious. They were playing in what looked like a professional stadium. There was a scout from. They just said the national team. I don't know if they couldn't get the rights to say the U.S. team or something.
No, I think they call it the national team.
Yeah, that seems very ambiguous.
No, I think like IRL, like outside of the movie. Soccer uses weird terms.
I always hear it's the U.S. men's team or the U.S. women's team.
But that's not. That's like the next level up. That's like the adult version. She would be in the junior version of the adult version.
But either way, why was she not called in what was a huge game? The officiating there is worse than the NFL this year.
Soccer's weird, especially women's soccer.
I always thought in soccer, if you look at someone wrong, they just go, "Wah!" and then they get carded.
It's men's soccer.
Women's soccer doesn't do that?
Not as much, I don't think. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of soccer.
I haven't watched enough games to be able to, women's games, to make that observation.
I have asked a few people about the term fib who are in Illinois, and none of them have any idea what I'm talking about.
That was an interesting segue. That's because they're fibs. They're not smart. They're from Illinois. If they were smart, they wouldn't be living in Illinois.
See, they call people living in Wisconsin cheeseheads, which also means that you're not very smart.
I don't know. I feel like that's a compliment if you ask me.
That's what I said, and then I was told that it means that I'm not smart.
I feel like we coined the term cheesehead.
I know. Like, people go to the Packers games wearing cheesehead hats.
I feel like the Illinois are just not smart enough to know what's going on, and so they've got nothing to insult us. What? You have so many beautiful lakes that we love to vacation at. Nah. They've got nothing. So they just
you have a football team who knows how to score a touchdown.
Yeah, Jordan Love had 6 wins. The Bears quarterback, I think he's had 6 wins in his 3 years of playing. We just destroy them in every which way.
That's true. Although, I did hear, I'm sure that this might exist in Wisconsin during some months of the year as well, but now they have hot tub tour boats that go down the river that goes through Chicago. That's
interesting. We have, like...
I know, there's a bunch of other stuff that, like, next time we go to Chicago in, like, sometime in the next decade, I'm sure we'll be there at the same time. Gross. We should go.
We have, like, the feeding troughs for cattle, and we float down the river with those. It's quite wonderful. It's also a lot cheaper and easier to carry than a hot tub. Who's going to take a $10,000 hot tub and throw it in a river? That's just...
No, it's like, it's built into the boat. I mean, like...
It's just a boat with a hot tub in it?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of lame.
No, like if you go on a tour while you're in a hot tub, that sounds cool.
I don't know. It seems kind of lazy to me.
I mean, it sounds like it'd probably be very disgusting. I mean, hot tubs are already disgusting, especially if they're public use. But it's a public use hot tub in Illinois. So do you need a lot of showers after you do that?
Oh, people in Illinois don't shower.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But they don't shower, then they get into the hot tub. So if we use that hot tub, we would need to shower a lot of times.
Probably get hepatitis.
But I still think that it would be cool.
So if you're okay insulting other states in this video, can we go back and talk about how Alabama that movie was when when they were making out with their sibling parents?
They didn't seem to enjoy it.
They still did it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if it was Alabama, like, they probably wouldn't have hesitated nearly as much.
That's true. Maybe it's more like Mississippi. I don't know if that's a stereotype for a neighboring state where they kind of like the cousin of Alabama. No, they would be with Alabama.
Anyway.
So what other states can we alienate? New Jersey, armpit of America. That place is disgusting.
That's fair.
California, super expensive. Too many taxes.
That is accurate, but I do like California.
I hate California.
We should go to California.
Only one good thing has ever come out of California. Well, 2 good things. I think Jordan Love's from California.
Oh, okay.
I think. I'm not certain.
We should go to California next month.
Maybe. I don't know. If we go, we at least need to stay at like a really weird Airbnb or something. We shouldn't just stay in a gross California hotel.
Yeah, we won't stay in like LA or San Francisco, San Diego, any of the big cities. We'll go somewhere off the beaten path.
Although hotels in California, there is one good thing. I've spent a few months in California, and every hotel I went to smelled like curry, and it was so delicious smelling. And I would have loved to enjoy some of that curry. I'm hoping it was actual curry that I was smelling, not like they just haven't shampooed the rugs in 15 years. But every hotel smelled like that, and it was wonderful.
I have heard that they're doing a new tax on short-term rentals that aren't hotels. So now I'm worried about our short-term rental.
Here?
No, in California.
Oh. I mean, it's not surprising. They do new taxes every day.
Mm. Anyway.
You know how we eat breakfast every day? They create a new tax every day.
Well, yeah, they don't eat breakfast over there because the avocados are very expensive.
Yeah. Too
Because of
many
all the
taxes.
taxes.
They tax breakfast, actually. You have to pay the state $4.99 if you don't have breakfast.
Mm. Anywho.
What other states can we make fun of?
Kansas?
Flyover state. North Dakota doesn't exist.
No.
Oklahoma, windy, gross.
Florida? Need I say more?
We don't need to even talk about that. Everybody knows why Florida's terrible.
Except for like this one little like donut hole in the middle of the state.
I could really go for a donut right now.
That'd be good.
Yeah. Why didn't you bring donuts if you were going to talk about them?
It was not part of the plan. We have donuts tomorrow.
At least I was talking about stinky feet, and I didn't bring stinky feet because that would be unpleasant.
I mean, you kind of brought stinky feet.
Rude. My feet smell amazing. I've never had foot odor problems. My shoes, you can smell them.
Can you smell your foot?
Shoes are 2 years old. They still smell like leather. Wear them every day. Can you smell my foot?
Nope. I mean, I can, but I don't want to smell it
just
more.
Rude.
All right. Good night. Sweet dreams. I'll see you on Vlogmas Day 11. I'm doing so good at these.
Yeah. So far.
Well, I've done them every day. It's just that some of them I've filmed the day of and then uploaded them a little bit late, but still on the right day. And just didn't edit them. Like this one.
By the way, the reason I was talking about stinky feet is because we brought up Oklahoma.
Do people from Oklahoma have stinky feet?
No, the state smells like stinky feet.
Oklahoma, where the feet.
Although there is a store in Arcadia, Oklahoma called Pops that has every type of soda you can ever imagine, from ranch flavor to bacon flavor.
Close this out.
And
What's
they have
you
birch
guys'
beer.
least favorite state?
They have Pennsylvania Dutch there. Where
Let us
else
know
are you
in the-
getting that? All the way out west like that.
I forgot to look for birch beer.
I know.
for
I was
you.
very sad that you didn't bring one home for me.
I'm so sorry. But I mean, you heard the story of my experience in the airport. I did not have a moment.
So if you live in eastern Pennsylvania, send me some Pennsylvania Dutch birch beer. I think it's in nearby states too.
But yeah, let us know in the comments down below. What's your least favorite state? Let's start some arguments this vlog.
Yeah.
Right. Good night, everybody.
Screw you, Illinois.
Oh, jeez.